We're back with a crowd favorite, Giratina Origin form. Let's see how he holds up still. Stay tuned. You already know what it is. Your self-proclaimed mediocre Pokemon master here, Tiggly Man, coming at you with a ranked Series 8 VGC Live. Today, I have a team brought to me by my good friend, Lou Degnan. He saw my Giratina Origin form video, and he took the concept of Giratina Origin and Weakness Policy Incineroar and ran with it, and he put together his own vision of this team. And by the looks of it, I'm really digging it. He uses text that I wouldn't normally use, and let's hope we can pick up some big dubs on the ladder with it today. Let's break this team down real quick. We have the Landorus, I think it's called incarnate, whatever, the fancy special attacking form. We have him with a Life Orb. We're running Earthquake, Fly, Sludge Bomb, Protect. The purpose of him is to essentially get off max Airstreams, Quakes, or max Oozes, paired with the Giratina, to bulk up the Giratina, get its special attack higher, and allow him to do his thing and stay bulky, get off big hits, blah blah blah, etc. etc. The Earthquake paired with Giratina's Levitate allows essential Earthquake spam throughout this all of our games. We can click Earthquake whenever we want because we have a lot of Pokemon that have Levitate and are just, yeah, levitating. So let's go on to the next one. We have Giratina Origin form. Draco Meteor, Earth Power, Protect, and Shadow Ball. Pretty standard. Next up, we have Grimmsnarl with the Light Clay. One of my favorite Grimmsnarl sets. I see he swapped out Spirit Break with Sucker Punch, which will allow us to heavily pressure Calyrex Shadow. We got Thunder Wave, Sucker Punch, Reflect, and Light Screen. Thunder Wave for speed control, of course, and screens to allow all of our Pokemon to remain bulky and not die. Next up, we have Focus Sash Whimsicott. I've never used Whimsicott too much in the past because I've been versing Whimsicott since Series 1, and I really had an easy time playing around it and knocking it out immediately. But let's see if we can turn our big brains on and use this Whimsicott to throw people off. We got Focus Sash Whimsicott with Fake Tears, Helping Hand, Dazzling Gleam, and Tailwind. So here we have ways to break down our opponent's team and allow ourselves to get big offensive hits off with Fake Tears and Helping Hand. We have Dazzling Gleam just for general damage output and to break Focus Sashes, and we got Tailwind for speed control. Enough said. Next up, this is probably my favorite one on the team. Choice Scarf Rotom. It's an offensive support set, essentially. We got Eerie Impulse to cripple the special attack of our opponent, Will-O-Wisp to cripple any physical attackers on our opponent's side, and we have Thunder to put out big electric damage and pray for paras, and we got Blizzard to put out big damage and pray for freezes. This mon's going to be rolling the dice a little bit on accuracy, but hey, it's Rotom. He's a beast. Let's run it. And last but not least, the Pokemon this team's a little more centralized around. That's the Weakness Policy Incineroar. We got Flare Blitz, Darkest Lariat, Brick Break, and Earthquake. Now, the goal here with him will be essentially, hopefully the opponent will choke, anticipating a fake out, and no one likes Incineroar, so they will end up nuking him. So a lot of the times we can probably end up Dynamaxing him, taking the super effective hit, and getting an OHKO in return, whether it be on a Dynamax Mon or their Uber, whatever it may be. The rental code will be down in the description if you guys want to use this team. Big shout out to Lou for making this team and breeding it and everything, and making this team come to life in the game. Saves me a bit of time, and saves you guys a bit of time if you want to try it out. Without further ado, I'll catch you guys in the first battle. We got our first match here. We're versing Dialga. Man, I've been seeing a lot of Dialga. Let's see what we can do. Who would be a great lead here? I personally think actually our own Landorus will be a really solid lead here. So let's lead Landorus. Who else am I liking? I think Landorus and actually Rotom look like a really solid lead. Blizzard looks really strong and Thunder looks pretty decent. We have Landorus, Rotom. Who else here? We gotta bring Giratina, right? Then I'm thinking our boy Incin. Yep, I'm bringing Incineroar. And we'll leave it at that. Let's see if Dialga has what it takes to go up against the Lando, Giratina, Rotom, Incineroar. Hopefully we can get a Weakness Policy proc on Incin without completely dying. Because I'm assuming the way it's going to proc, ideally it would probably be like a Muddy Water from Tapu Fini, but unfortunately I think it might end up being a close combat from Urshifu. We'll see. Vic, what you got? What's the lead? Dialga and Rotom. Okay. Okay. I'm cool with that. Now, what do I want to do here? I really want to Dynamax my Landorus. Let's see what we got in the back real quick, just to double check. Okay, okay. Let's Dynamax the Landorus. Let's go for Max Quake into Dialga. And then let's also Eerie Impulse the Dialga. So we can pop his weakness policy and then start beating him down at the same time. I really hope this Rotom doesn't nasty plot. That would be a bit annoying. Because Landorus really won't want to take a nasty plot and overheat at all. He'll do a lot of damage. We'll see what he decides to do. Cripple you down. No Dynamax from the Dialga. That's pretty ideal. So I'll actually be able to get a huge hit off on this boy. Please do more than half. Oh! Oh! Okay. There's Landorus for you. Wow. Turn 1 was completely ideal. Excellent, excellent. What's the row I'm going for? Is it a nasty plot? Oh, overheat. Fair trade. Fair trade. I'm cool with that. So now his Rotom's weak because of special attack drop. And I can get my Giratina in here. And we can opt to either max Airstream or we can max Ooze to get a special attack up. We'll see. What an ideal turn 1. Look how beautiful. Look how beautiful Blue Snake thing is. Giratina's shiny form is so fire. Okay, so we got Tapu Fini. Goodbye, Tapu Fini. I think we'll be able to knock you out this turn. Go for a max Ooze into you. And Shadow Ball Fini. Now the question is, will Fini Dynamax here? It wouldn't be a bad play on his end. Actually, Dynamax is Fini. But we'll see. We'll see. Okay, no, he stays tiny. Oh, ally switch. That's annoying. But that's okay. I still think we pick up the KO on Rotom. Do we? I think we will. I think Giratina will knock him out, for sure. Giratina's too damn strong, especially at +1. I just really hope the Tapu Fini doesn't have Ice Beam. Okay, just Muddy Water. That's okay. It does nothing to the Landorus. That is so crazy. That's just that +1 Spadef. Actually dropped, no big deal. And we pick up our knockout. Excellent. That crit didn't matter. For sure. Who's up next, buddy? Line him up, knock him down. You already know what it is. And we got Urshifu. So here I'm going to max Airstream into you. And then let's just pivot on in to Incineroar. As much as I'd love to nuke the Tapu Fini still, Urshifu is such a troublesome mon. He's super effective against Incineroar and Giratina, so I cannot let him stick around. Let's weaken him up. This is Dynamax into the Urshifu. Yep, okay, okay. I really hope this max Airstream puts in big work against the Urshifu. I'm assuming it should be a 2-hit KO. If he max guards, I'll be a bit sad. Don't max guard. Okay, good. He did not max guard. Good damage against the Urshifu. I was hoping for a KO, but more than likely to sash, so it's not like it really matters. Please max Knuckle my Incineroar. I mean, not max Knuckle, max Darkness my Incineroar. Yep. Who's it going into? Oh, Landorus. And we eat it up just fine. Wow. Wow. What a bulky boy. Very much so ideal turn. That's awesome. Okay. Now the Feeny is probably going to muddy water to pick up the KO on my Landorus. I really want to click fly here. This is so tough. Let's Sludge Bomb into you. And Flare Blitz into you. I really hope at +1 we outspeed the Urshifu. I really do. That would be so ideal. Okay. Okay. I probably would have been better off. Max. Oh my god. Thank you, Lou, for putting this in Landorus on the team. I slept on this boy. That's crazy. Okay. And then I guess we just Sludge Bomb again and Flare Blitz. What an amazing start to this team. Great debut. There we go. That was match 1, guys. I'll catch you in the next match. We got our next battle here. Alright, so as we can see right now, we got Mind Blown, Steam Engine Colossal shenanigans, which will be a bit annoying. I believe that Blacephalon is Scarfed. So we're going to have to inevitably lead Whimsicott and Giratina. Unless he leads Amoonguss Whimsicott, which would be really bad. What do I want to do here? Leading Landorus again is just so tempting. I actually think Landorus Whimsicott is the move. Ooh, Landorus Whimsicott. I want to say Giratina and Incineroar, actually. I think that looks pretty good. Let's do that. I think since I'm bringing Tailwind, my opponent might opt to do the same. And then if not, we get to Oko this Blacephalon this turn. Unless it's like Focus Sash, which it could be. But I doubt it. Okay, yep. Did the lead. I think Aaron Cybertron Zhang ran this. This is one of the first teams he ran like back in the day when Series 7 when the Ultra Beast came back. He was doing these shenanigans. I'm Dynamaxing here. Max Quake U and Tailwind. Please don't be sashed. Please don't be sashed. It would be so ideal if he just Dynamaxes the Colossal and does not get his Steam Engine off. He has to sit there like a fish out of water. That'd be so ideal. Alright, Landorus. Do your thing, baby. Okay. Looks like he's going to be Dynamaxing the Colossal. I probably could have just Max Quaked him, but I don't know if he would survive or not. And Colossal without a weakness policy isn't very good, so yeah, we'll just leave it at that. I think Whimsicott will probably go down here, assuming he's going to Max Flare it. Double our speed. Please be Scarfed Blowns. Be Scarfed Blowns. Let me knock this thing out right now. Okay, excellent. He was Scarfed. Good. Whew. Now the Colossal gets to stay slow. It was more than ideal for us. I really hope he Max Flares the Whimsicott. If he does, we get to keep our stash intact and everything. Okay, Vocalifts into the Landorus. I wonder how much this is going to do. My Spadef is up. Not shit. Not shit. That's so good. Those rocks do a good amount of damage, though, at the end of every turn, unfortunately, but I think we'll be alright. Amoonguss. Okay, then I can just max Airstream here, and then I'm gonna Dazzling Gleam just to break a sash if it exists. What are you gonna do? I really hope this max Airstream's enough. I'm assuming it will be. Moongus used to be so good in Gen 7 when good flying type moves weren't, you know, what the raised his special defense. What? Okay. Anyway, when flying type moves weren't so accessible, but now that Pokemon can just get max Airstream instead of fly, I really don't think Amoonguss is that good. Very underwhelming Pokemon anymore. In Gen 7, he was broken. Get up Trick Room, click Spore, and everything. And Whimsicott still eats just fine. And now you can throw out your Zacian. And there he is. Okay. Now I think he has to protect the Zacian this turn. So let's just try to Max Quake the Colossal. And I'll just Helping Hand Landorus. I really hope he doesn't Max Guard. I'm assuming he'll protect the Landorus and then try to attack. Okay, he did not protect anything actually. I could have just KO'd the Zacian this turn. Silly me. Silly, silly me. He was really going to give me a Zacian. The Pokemon that is much stronger than Colossal, and I have speed priority because of Tailwind. He was going to give me that. Okay. Well played, I guess. Giratina, Incin. And now I get to click Earthquake for free. Now I think the Zacian would really like to play rough right into my Giratina. Let's protect you this turn. Because I can see if, what is it, a protect coming. Just because of a fake out. So Zacian will probably protect. Or not. Substitute, okay, that's fine. That's completely fine. Please knock out the Colossal. Never mind, not excellent. What did the Colossal use? Earth Power, okay. Okay, I think we're good. Now I can click Earthquake and Earth Power the Zacian. I think we get to win. Earth Power you. Then Earthquake the field. Fingers crossed here. Hold up. Well, Giratina survived. You were... Incineroar, please outspeed. Okay, thank God. Why didn't he target down my Incin? My weakness policy just popped. That's okay. Worked out in our favor. I really could have ended this last turn if I just, when our Tailwind was up, just smoked the Zacian, but, you know, it's alright. We still won. I'll catch you guys in the outro. If you made it to this point in the video, thank you so much. Big shout outs to Lou for putting this team together for me. It is fire. Landorus I is totally slept on. He, as you can see in these two matches, he just put in so much work. At first glance too, it really looks like like you're really going to want to get screens up, but that's like a very niche thing. This team is extremely hyper offensive and it puts in big ass work. As always, the rental code will be down in the description if you guys want to borrow this team. Big shout outs to Lou, and I'll catch you on the next one. Later, everybody.